Hello guys, Justice here. This video is going to go over the RS updates for this week, which includes Coinshare, the patch notes, and a little bit about the festive aura. I'm going to be talking over some footage I collated earlier when carrying out the new RuneScape tutorial. So I thought I'd show you in the background just to save you having to carry it out yourself. However, I do highly recommend you do carry it out because the graphics are absolutely beautiful. And I actually carried it out with a couple of my friends who I've been doing a lot of barrows with at the moment. As you can see, one of my friends has actually bought the new unicorn as well. Highly tempted to buy that as well. Sorry, unicorn, it's a little pony, sorry. Really tempted to actually buy that now because of him, but a friend of his actually bought that for him, which is quite nice. So yeah, on to the actual video today. I know a few of you will be interested in what new players will experience when they start their adventure in Gillinor. And just quickly before I go into the big news, the world map has actually finally been updated, so there's no actual lag anymore when it opens. This actually took them long enough to actually update this, but finally it has been updated, and this will make questing much more smoother, and when you're also completing clues, especially those elite ones. And if you're anything like me and my two mates here, and you're absolutely terrible at remembering areas of the map. By the way, my mate's a comp caper, and not to diss him or anything, but the other guy's a max caper as well, and all three of us combined couldn't even figure out where to start the tutorial. It took us 10 minutes. I actually skipped that bit out actually, but that was a bit of a fail. And as a lot of you probably would say, experience waste. But yeah, that was quite funny. Okay, so on to the big update, which came out today on the 26th of November 2013. Under the new system, certain valuable drops are converted to shards instead of coins. Each item is broken down into 120 of these shards and split evenly across all eligible players within that friends chat. These will be sent straight to the player's bank, and there they can be sold on the Grand Exchange at a price of each player's choosing. So therefore the shards are obviously going to go on the supply and demand really, and what players feel like they're actually worth. I know a lot of people have probably made videos on this, you know, it's quite an easy video for a lot of YouTubers just to put up on their channel, but to be honest, I thought it would just be good just to put my opinion out there really about this update in terms of how it will affect the game and how it affects me personally. How, to be honest, this update hasn't been a problem for me personally due to the circumstances I'm in, and hopefully you guys will be able to be in these circumstances eventually. So basically, essentially, they're hoping it will improve the RuneScape economy by eliminating more coins being injected into the game. However, they still have the Squeal of Fortune injecting millions of GP from coin bags each day, which is a good fight Jagex, to be honest, because that's a lot of money coming into the game. I'm sure you guys are obviously subscribed to a friend, Eraser Gaming. He recently made a video on how some guy bought 18,000 spins and spent them and received so much experience, it was just unimaginable. He did spend about £2,500 or whatever, which is about $4,000 or something on it. £1,700 that is, sorry, around. And so that's a lot of money, but he got so much experience from it. It was like, I think about 45 million divination experience, 100 odd million in random skills experience, I mean, and some other experience, and he also got about 205 million gold, which is just crazy, and that was from the coin bags, 205 million gold from the coin bags. So you can imagine how many spins are actually being injected across the thousands of players, so how many coin bags are coming into the game. So to be honest, I don't know whether they agree on that, I don't know, but essentially it's supposed to improve the RS economy, and if you take that out of the equation, the coin bags etc, then it obviously is having a positive impact, and overall I predict it will be good for the economy. Now what I thought would be quite good for you guys as my subscribers and anyone else watching this would be to point out some things which aren't as obvious, or some questions you may have which you may be asking your friends right now on the game etc, which, you know, aren't on videos out there at the moment, or mainly anyway. So the first thing, if your bank is full, supposedly when you get that drop in shards it goes straight into your bank, which is a really good feature, saves an inventory spot and all that, so you can take extra food or not have to worry about it dropping on the floor. If your bank is full, which to be honest mine is half the time, then the shards will try to go in your inventory, which is the second best option, and then if that's full it'll just drop onto the ground for you guys where the monster died, so just like a normal drop, so no harm there. if you guys go onto the RuneScape GE, you'll actually see that examples of shards. So for example, 120 shards for this of Seismic 1 shards only make the one to about 504 million GP. So they're obviously going to rise massively, the shards, or you're not going to be able to buy them for that price anyway. And I would have thought Jagex would have fixed the value of Seismic 1 in the GE as well to what it's actually worth, or closer to what it's worth on street price. I thought they were going to rework that, but they haven't. But the shard prices, I'm not really quite sure why they put them out at that value. Obviously they're going to get determined by the street value very soon. Also the 12 plate shards, 120 add up to 204 million for a plate body, which is pretty absurd. And Jagex, what the fuck, not sure what the intention is here again. Maybe to stabilize prices or to let people know what Jagex feel the value of these items are without manipulation, purely on supply and demand, I'm not sure. If this is true, then that's very interesting. I personally think the Seismic 1 is way overpriced, and it should be at a maximum maybe of 1 bill, but that's not me to say, you know, it's on supply and demand, but purely I think a lot of it is manipulation. You know, if you guys watch my guide which I've made, you know, if you get a group of mates together, you can figure it out, you can get those drops. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, when it's going to drop. We'll just have to see, and I'm definitely going to keep going Virago, I guess, and try and get some splits whilst the prices are still high. It really hasn't changed since Viragos came out at all. If anything, they just keep going up and then manipulate it down and then up. People are making hundreds of millions off these ones. Again, I reckon there are very clever merchanters out there at the moment who are loving these types of updates and making absolute bank from their manipulation. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens really, guys, in terms of what happens with the manipulators, merchanters, and the prices of the shards. Any predictions or speculations, feel free to write in the comments section. A question I had about this, which I need to find out, is what will happen if a team of 9 gets a split? Will everyone just get 13.33 shard split? I mean, that's what it would work out as, but obviously they're not going to. Would one person get 14? I don't know. So that's a question for me, really. How would that actually work? And any questions you have about this update which you would like answering, type them in the comment section below. I know lots of people, and I'll try my best to find out for you. If you guys are watching the footage as well of this video, I was absolutely overwhelmed at how amazing these graphics were. I was doing this with my friends and we were just saying to each other, wow, is this going to be what RuneScape's going to look like? Is this like HTML5 in its real form? Obviously they've been able to upgrade the graphics because it's your own little server at the moment and you're not influenced by other people in the world. But one day, guys, this is where RuneScape's leading, and it's probably not too far away. You're looking at a few months, maybe half a year, until HTML5 is actually out properly in its real form, potentially like this. I really can't wait. You know, the one which is up at the moment, it's just a beta, guys. I think they've got this hidden away, and eventually it's going to come out into the game, and I think it's going to make a real impact, a real positive impact on the RS community and the way we play the game as well. Just the gameplay, the quality of it is just absolutely superb. I think I may need to invest in a desktop computer or just an upgraded version in order to play in the future really smoothly. I don't know, but I can't wait, guys, really can't. Okay, so on to the actual patches. So each time there's a big update like this, there's always patches which come out as well, and RuneScape have actually started to write these patches more often, or sorry, make videos, silent cause spotlight on the RuneScape channel. However, I just want to go through a few which I found out myself through doing different bosses, things like that. I'll actually maybe put in the link as well, the forum thread where you can find out different patches and just bullet points them quite nicely by JMods. But the first patch, which I find out personally, you no longer can use the surge ability to bypass the collapsing barrows tunnels during Rise of the 6 boss fight. So as you would have saw in my Rise of the 6 videos, when you're trying to exit out of the tunnel, it starts collapsing under you, and if there's like a long stretch of road pathway, you can actually surge. Now you can't, so that's going to make it a lot harder. I predict totems may go on the rise again. I'm not sure whether it will impact greatly, but due to the demand being greater as people recreate instances for easier tunnels, because that's what I do and my teammates, but I'm not sure whether that's going to have a massive impact. And most of the tunnels now you can probably get out of. One big update as well on the Rise of the 6 again is the Shadow Realms. This wasn't even on the patch notes, so I didn't have a clue until I actually got taken into one. And now there's less white mist, so you'll see my looting video for week 2, which I'll upload soon. There's some footage of me there actually in the Shadow Realm, and there's less white mist now for the Barrows brothers to actually go into now, which if you're not skilled enough it can take a while, or if it's a bit of pain, you have like annoying ones sometimes where they just don't want to go in the white mist and it's like, god damn it, go in the white mist, I need to go and save my teammate. Sometimes that doesn't happen and it sort of eliminates them. There's not as many anymore, but you'll see in the future when I show it you. But again, not a massive impact. If you're skilled enough and you've done it enough, it really doesn't make it much harder. And on to the final thing I'd like to talk about is the festive auras are back, guys. Last December the festive auras were released, which gave you 50% bonus experience or something like that, or double experience for 30 minutes daily. However, there was a limit, and there is a limit this year of 50k, so if you use it on summoning for example, that's going to run out in literally a few minutes. So there is a limit. You can only get 50k basically extra bonus experience per day, or 30 minutes max double experience on whatever skill you're using, so if it's a slow one, which to be honest most skills now in RuneScape you're probably going to use up that 50k in half an hour anyway. Get your hands on one of these by killing the snow imp scattered around Gillinor. If you want to get one quickly, just teleport to Edgeville. There's a tree literally right there with the snow imp there. Nice graphics again, makes you feel a bit like you're in Christmas month really. It's not Christmas month yet, still a few days off, but close to Christmas guys, looking forward to it. Wonder what sort of seasonal event RuneScape Jagex are going to actually launch. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to go to Sweden, which I'm heading off to for Christmas for a week's holiday. Really need that holiday, and I'm going to have a great time over there. Minus 25 degrees, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I will be using this bronze sword every time I'm skilling from now on, I think. I'll see you in the next video guys. Bye.